In 2002. No. Are you awake? Yet? In 2023, firstly I turned 50 and I did a series of experimental no, it's not right. Welcome to April 2025, where nothing is as it seems, or rather, nothing was as it seemed. And now the realization of this comes in drips and drabs, although it's seems to be accelerating pretty quickly. As a musician, as an artist, it's not about I'm not talking about making music commercially, but I'm an artist who makes sounds and puts together visual compositions, and I've been living alone for 5 years, and I spend a lot more time with the muse than I do with people, actually. Okay? I'm not a shaman, I'm not, a seer. I don't think I'm insane yet, completely. I teach and I do have a bit of social life, and I make music, and I make music publicly sometimes. I do shows. I just posted one from last few days ago. But in 2023, I turned 50, and after doing a trilogy or triptych, or I called it triad, starting with an acoustic album and continuing with some experimental things, I started a second trilogy or triad or triptych, whatever you want to call it, series of 3 albums. And the first one was called To Be Human, and although the title is about being human, the impetus or the inspiration, if you will, what was on my mind at the time was, of course, the advent of AI, and there was a lot of talk really bubbling up on social media, including people like Elon Musk, talking about how dangerous we have to regulate it, and bullshitting about that, because you see what's happened now, where he's actually pushing for it and pushing for deregulation. But anyway, To Be Human was the title. Human possibilities. Limitations. dealt with this as a theme. AI versus being a human being, which to be human is to be fallible and fragile in some ways, or we have to eat and sleep and use a toilet, we have a sexual drive, and we live and we die, we get sick sometimes. AI is a bit different, huh? As Hayao Miyazaki will tell you, it's not the same when AI creates art or imitates it, but AI will take our jobs because they've been created for that purpose. To be Human 2023, and I followed it with two others, Humachinations and Beyond the Body. This year, what I wanted to say about AI firstly is that when ChatGPT became available, I didn't want to touch it, and to date I've never once touched it. I turned Siri off on my phone, and this isn't a pride thing or anything. I don't trust the technology. And I never trusted Musk. And it's like, oh, it's time I get off X. Oh, it's time to sell my Tesla, like all these, rich, famous people, like using it as a moment to be in the spotlight. Look, I sold my Tesla, I'm so great. Fucking stupid. See that shit coming from miles away, or kilometers, or whatever the hell. Or I just saw this post on Threads that the fact that ChatGPT created this algorithm that was used to create the tariffs and crash the system should make us all stop using it. Some kind of bullshit. Like, if your eyes have been open at all for the past fucking 3 or more years, you might have seen this coming. What was the Bowie quote? That the future belongs to those who are listening, watching, paying fucking attention. He predicted the internet, or he predicted this, he predicted that, and he always said himself, I don't predict it. You can only ever be of the present. And people never get that shit, Always read into the create this fantasy thing. If you open your eyes and you're listening, you're going to realize. And if you don't, you won't until it's too fucking late. When you're following everyone else. So AI, I'm looking at my plastic bottle of honey. The bees are dying. You know what Einstein said? Einstein said, when the bee population dies off, if and when that day comes, humans will have something like 4 years left. And that's it, human civilization. Well, it's happening. It's going to disrupt the food chain in a big way. Of course, we had, Liberation Day, right? So the tariffs have hit. Everyone's abandoning the US. Interestingly, it's bringing historical enemies together like Japan, South Korea, and China joining forces, at least in terms of not militarily, but in terms of this tariff thing to hit back at Trump and US and etc. And America is basically 3/4 on its way to being a fascist state, not just oligarchy. And other very weird things are happening, and things are getting declassified. And I'm not like a huge believer in aliens kind of thing, you know, but apparently CIA has stuff. I mean, who the hell knows? Just nothing fits right now. Nothing clicks. Nothing feels right. Nothing feels as it used to, as it once did. Like, it just doesn't feel the same, does it? And I just literally don't feel like everyday life is, it's like, I don't know, it's like, what is it? What's the point of it? No way. It's not depression, okay? And by the way, I haven't had a drink of alcohol in like 2 weeks now, I think. And I wasn't drinking heavily before that. I completely quit, and I actually I'm trying to go vegetarian a bit, but today, like, I had a bit of meat, and not red meat, I had pork, and the other day I had chicken a bit, but I've been increasing my no meat, even no fish meals, and I sometimes eat fish or eggs. I'm not like vegan, but I'm eating more tofu and vegetables and eggs instead of, say, beef or meat when I can, kind of slowly. And I stopped putting milk in coffee. I got soy milk, or the oat milk. I don't have it, but when I was out the other day, it was coffee with oat milk I ordered instead of with milk. These kinds of things. Just preparing myself for whatever the fuck is on its way. Trying to get some of the health back that I lost around the time of COVID. And I didn't have COVID in 2000, but I had a lot of stressful things happening. And those stressful things are going to be more stressful for everyone now. So this is just going to be much worse than COVID. It's coming, I think, for everyone. So what's this talk about? It's not really about music. It's not really about AI per se. It's not really about the bees per se, or what's coming, or how unreal everything feels right now, or how music has saved my life, and about how, you know, without it, it would just be pointless, this whole thing. And, you know, I mean, I've been at it for a long time, a fairly long time, not 30, 40, 50 years of making music kind of thing. I'm not the Rolling Stones or whatever, but, you know, this music I make, it's not commercial, it's not entertainment, and people want to be entertained more than anything, and they want to forget the things that they don't, you know, like. They want to escape whether it's through alcohol, or drugs, or sex, or entertainment. And the music I make and video, all those things are not really, I'm not striving to entertain anyone. Even when I'm performing, and I may have, people say you're theatrical or this, that. Yeah, but that is maybe entertaining for some. It's natural. It's the way that it comes out. It's natural. Whether I'm on a stage or if I'm in the studio and no one's there, I'm performing, I'm making hand motions and being theatrical. So, but it's not being created as a product for consumption. I mean, feel free to consume it in your own way, to enjoy it. I hope people can enjoy it, or if not enjoy in the sense of entertaining, enjoyment, that there's some emotional response, there's some hopefully positive in a way reaction, but it could be a reaction that also has an equally, strong tension to it. You might feel a bit uncomfortable, but it might also be attractive, or produce some feeling of curiosity, or I don't know, how people react differently to different things. So these days I'm tired, and I just have all these, every morning my teeth hurt, they're sensitive, and my neck hurts, and my jaw hurts, and sometimes my back is hurting. Sometimes I feel like I have arthritis in my hands, and then it goes away. I've been very forgetful. I lost my glasses today. Hopefully I'll get them back. I don't know. I'm waiting on a call tomorrow. I may have to get new glasses for my, when I read and stuff, I need glasses. Prescription glasses. I don't know. I just keep making music and doing stuff until I can't, for whatever reason, anymore. And notice that I don't have, tons of, I don't have people, sort of stroking my ego all the time, and I don't want that. But I occasionally, recently, I've gotten one or two people have made comments that made me realize that, firstly, that more people are listening than I realized, paying attention, and that there is a sense that it's hitting a chord, if you will, pun intended or no, in some people. And that's all. That makes me happy. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it not for altruistic, I'm doing it because I do it. It's my life. Oh, it's your hobby. It is. But to me, it's not like, something I do on the side occasionally. It's something I do as part of, it's just my life. It's not something I could just give up at any moment unless I have to, for whatever reason. So. But those of you who have been listening and paying attention, thank you. And you'll find all these messages in my work. It's not just about the melodies or the experimentation with noises or samples or whatever. And the acoustic songs, most of those are things I wrote, in 2018 or 2017, 18, something, 19, 16. I mean, there are things that are more recent that I do acoustically, and I sometimes change lyrics spontaneously as I'm improving bits. But what I'm trying to say here is there is a message to the music, particularly from, well, 2021 is easy to understand. It's all COVID stuff, you know. But then it moves. 2022, moving away from COVID, moving into philosophical themes, and then Ukraine comes, and then Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan, and all the things happening under Biden, and then, you know, the return of Trump was also imminent, right? And that was Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, and etc. Natural disasters and AI, and global warming, Elon Musk. And, the bees are dying. The economy's crashing. Life is fragile.